Hi. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I really understand. I'll tell you my story, tell you what I did, and what I got to offer you. Okay? My story is my first child. I was pregnant at 2 months when I came down with German measles. That is supposed to either deaf, blind, miscarriage, you name it, all kinds of problems. So through my whole pregnancy, I stressed about that. As it turned out, his eyesight was 2450, and it was correctable with contact lenses. My second child was a little different. The day she was born, the minute she was born, somebody said, well, this one will never see its first birthday. I couldn't believe it. I was 19 years old. I was scared to death. I'd had a pregnancy. I knew what my stomach should, or my belly, my gut should have looked like, and it wasn't. It was really small. 2 months before I gave birth, I had a baby shower, and people said, are you sure you're pregnant? And I did carry full term, but the baby was so tiny. She was not even 5 pounds. And when I brought her home, she was 4 pounds, 13 ounces. I knew something was wrong. She was 4 months old. I'd been doing everything I could think of. They had given me a shot, so I was unable to nurse her, and I was just heartbroken because she was so incredibly hard to feed. She was so tiny. She took 2.5 ounces at every feeding, and I had to feed her every 2 hours, round the clock. I was absolutely, totally overwhelmed, exhausted, numb. And I laid her down because she was shaking strangely, like that. And around her eyes was pure white. And the rest of her face was red, and around her mouth it was white. And she just kept... And I called the emergency room, and they heard my voice.
I was a young girl.
And they said,
oh, well, did you take her temperature?
I was so angry. I was just so incredibly angry. I knew my baby was in trouble. Mothers know those things. I knew that baby was in trouble. So I put her in the car, of course, and I took her to the hospital. And when I laid her down and the doctor finally looked at her, he said, he just turned white. He just blew like that. He said, her heart beats 225 times a minute. She's having a heart attack. Well, you can imagine how I felt. So he put her in an incubator. She was about 8 pounds, 4.5 months old. She weighed about what babies do at birth. What my son did at birth, my first one. And I put my hands in there, and I just asked that anything outside of me, whatever there was, anywhere, come down into my hands and heal my baby. Keep her alive. It was a horrible, horrible situation. I ended up taking her to Children's Memorial Hospital, which specialized, of course, in children. And after, I don't know, 5 to 7, 12, I don't know how many days, I was so young, I was so lost, and had no, I couldn't work, of course. My job was on the brink. My husband was home working, but I was really, really, really scared. And they'd had her in intensive care, so I saw other things that just I could not believe in babies. I just couldn't. I was so shocked. And finally, when the doctor said, I need to talk to you, and it was the head of the hospital, I was stunned. I could not believe they took me up to see the head of the hospital, and he said, you need to understand that your daughter has 3 holes in her heart, Her stomach valve is not closing, so if you lay her down, the milk is going to run out of her mouth. She won't throw up. It's just that the milk will run out of her mouth. It's a gravity issue. You're going to have to feed her frequently, just like you have been. There's nothing wrong with that. You may have to change her milk. There's nothing wrong with that. But what you need to understand is she's had a heart attack. She has 3 holes in her heart, and I can't help you. She's just too small. We do not have the ability to do anything for her right now other than put her on Digitalis. Digitalis is a natural drug that will slow her heartbeat. Now, this is the problem. I can't give you an amount. I just can't. I don't know. You have to watch her, and you have to trust your mother's instinct. When she falls over because she's too sleepy, her heart's going too fast. If she seems jumpy or irritable, her heart's going too slow. So whatever you do, you'll have to adjust the amount of foxglove or Digitalis you give her. It's foxglove, it's a natural product. Well, I was relieved because I'm an environmentalist. I have been since I was a lot younger than that. But the whole thing about me deciding how much to give her, I was overwhelmed. He gave me his personal phone number because back then we didn't have cell phones. Her birthday was yesterday. She was 60 years old yesterday. She's a president of a college. She did not die by her first birthday. And it wasn't easy. It was hard. It was really hard. Really, really hard. And I didn't have people to talk to. My 3rd child was born with bipolar disorder, manic manic episodes and then quiet episodes. It was really, really hard. From the age he was 2, we knew there was something extremely wrong with him. It's a mental health illness. And he also had depression and severe depression. They called it major depression and severe depression. He was really a mess. Oh gosh, it was hard. To the point that at too old of an age, I went back to school. Well, first I started teaching special education. And then I went back to school to get a degree in special education because I wanted to be able to help my child. And I knew I'd helped my other 2, but it wasn't the same. I wanted more information. I wanted to know. I wanted to understand. I'm an idealist. And an idealist, look it up. Look up idealist. I mean, we believe things should be a certain way, and everybody should be empathic and patient and kind and good and caring and love children and want to help everybody and honest and patient. All those things that just are not available in many places in the world. So, anyway, I started an SKOOL for caregivers. Once I get a few people in it, I will have separate meetings for caregivers of disabled children, caregivers of disabled elderly adults, and caregivers of veterans and or people with drug and alcohol issues, how to live with it, how to recover from it. I do that online as a gift, as volunteer. I do that online. So I already know that I'm quite successful, but I do it as a volunteer. And unfortunately, living on Social Security soon only, I need a little help. So I'll be charging $5 an hour for the Zoom calls, but all the courses and any questions you ask me, they're all free. Questions and answers are free. I don't want to hold anybody back for not having money. I've been there so many times in my life. But on the other hand, I need some help. It costs money for this program. And it costs money for the internet, it costs money for the power. And I want to be able to support myself when my husband has passed. He's 85. He has 17 diseases. He is a Vietnam veteran who was supposed to die by 58. So I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. You'll see. Come, I've got free meetings next week. Come and make up your own mind. Come, everybody gets a free Zoom meeting, so come and try one. See what you think. If you're okay with it, stick around. $20 a month for 4 times. Any one of the meetings you want to come to. If you don't want to, cancel it. But thank you for being here. And if you go down below, you can ask me a question now. You can also see my nonprofit that I've been managing for 36 years as a volunteer. I've got a bunch of art projects that I've done, and another friend, to remind you to take care of the earth so that our kids have something in the future. Thanks.